If you've ever been blindsided by a relationship that turned toxic, if you've ever looked back and thought the signs were there, I just ignored them, this video might save you from making that mistake again. I'm going to show you 7 red flags in women that predict toxic relationships with scary accuracy. And here's the thing, you probably already know about some of these, but you're ignoring them because she's attractive, because the chemistry is good, because you're hoping you're wrong. Red flag number 3 is the one most men completely miss until it's too late. Let's get into it. Red flag number 1, ex-boyfriend obsession. Red flag number 1, she constantly talks about her ex-boyfriend. Now, I'm not talking about mentioning him once or twice in natural conversation. That's normal. I'm talking about when she brings him up repeatedly, in positive ways, in negative ways. It doesn't even matter. The point is, he's still occupying significant mental real estate. Here's what this actually means. Her emotional investment is still with him. You are the placeholder, not the priority. I've watched this pattern destroy relationships because the guy convinced himself it was nothing. But here's the psychology. When someone frequently references a past relationship, they haven't processed and moved on from it. They're still deriving their emotional reality from that connection. She'll compare you to him, consciously or unconsciously. You'll always be competing with a ghost. And the worst part, she's not emotionally available for anything real with you. If she can't talk about her present and future with you without constantly referencing her past with him, that's your sign to exit. Red flag number 2, no close female friendships. Red flag number 2, and this one's crucial, she has no close female friendships. Now, the story she'll tell you is that women are jealous of her, or that she's not like other girls, or that she just gets along better with guys. Sounds reasonable, right? Wrong. Women are incredibly intuitive about other women's character. They pick up on manipulation, drama, and narcissistic tendencies faster than men do because they're not blinded by physical attraction. When nobody from her own gender wants to be around her long term, that's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. Think about it. If someone has no friends of their own gender, they're either incredibly difficult to deal with, they create constant chaos, or they can't maintain healthy boundaries, usually all 3. And here's the kicker. Notice how in her stories about why women don't like her, it's always everyone else's fault, never hers. That lack of accountability, that's the real red flag within the red flag. If other women have already figured out what you're ignoring, maybe it's time to listen. Red flag number 3, how she treats service workers. Red flag number 3, most men completely miss this one. Watch how she treats service workers, waiters, baristas, retail employees, Uber drivers, anyone she considers beneath her status or anyone who can't directly benefit her. This isn't about her having high standards. This is about character revelation. The way someone treats people who can't do anything for them shows you who they really are when the mask comes off. If she's rude, dismissive, condescending, or just cold to service workers, here's what that tells you. The moment you stop being useful to her, the moment you can't provide value, excitement, or resources, you'll get the exact same treatment. Right now, you're in the category of people who matter to her. You're someone she needs to impress, so she's sweet, accommodating, maybe even charming, but she's auditioning her real personality right in front of you with how she treats others. You're just too distracted by attraction to see it. I promise you, the disrespect she shows to people she considers beneath her will eventually be directed at you. It's not a matter of if, it's when. Red flag number 4, victim mentality in every story. Red flag number 4, she has a victim mentality in every story she tells. Her ex was crazy, her boss is unfair, her friends betrayed her family doesn't understand her, the world is against her. Listen, we all go through difficult situations. That's life. But when someone's entire narrative is built on being the victim in every single scenario with zero accountability for their role in any of it, that's a massive red flag. Here's the pattern. In her version of events, she's never made a mistake, never contributed to conflict, never had to apologize sincerely. It's always what was done to her. Why does this matter? Because in a relationship with someone who has a victim mentality, you will eventually become the villain in their story. No matter how good you are to her, no matter how much you sacrifice, the moment conflict happens, and it will happen in every relationship, she won't take accountability. She'll rewrite history to make you the bad guy. You can't build a healthy relationship with someone who refuses to own their part in problems. And someone who's been the victim in every past situation will absolutely make you the perpetrator in the current one. Pay attention to how she talks about past conflicts. If there's never any self-reflection, only blame, run. Quick pause. If you're getting value from this and you don't want to miss the content I'm creating, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now and drop a comment telling me which of these red flags you've personally experienced or witnessed. It actually helps the algorithm show this video to more men who need to hear it. And I read every comment. Alright, let's talk about red flag number 5. This one's especially dangerous because it feels amazing at first. Red flag number 5. Love bombing, then withdrawal. Red flag number 5. Love bombing followed by strategic withdrawal. In the beginning, she's all in. Constant texting, excessive compliments, talking about the future together after 2 weeks, mirroring your interests, making you feel like you finally found someone who gets you. It's intoxicating. It feels like the connection you've been searching for. But here's what's actually happening. She's creating an artificially intense emotional high. This isn't organic relationship development. This is manipulation. The psychology behind this is simple. She creates a peak emotional state, gets you addicted to that level of attention and affection, and then she pulls back. Not completely, just enough that you notice. The texts slow down. She's suddenly busy, the enthusiasm drops, and what do? You chase, you try to get back to that initial high. You compromise boundaries you said you'd never compromise. You ignore red flags you said you'd never ignore. That's the trap. Love bombing isn't about genuine affection, it's about control. It's about creating dependency so that when the withdrawal comes, you'll do anything to get that feeling back. Real attraction builds gradually. Real connection deepens over time. If someone is coming on extremely strong, extremely fast, they're not in love with you. They're running a pattern, and the withdrawal always comes. Always. Red flag number 6. Constant boundary testing. Red flag number 6. She constantly tests your boundaries. This is subtle, so pay attention. She'll say something slightly disrespectful to see how you react. She'll show up late to see if you'll call it out. She'll cancel plans last minute to see if you'll accept it. Most men think this is just her having a bad day or being forgetful. It's not. It's strategic boundary testing. She's checking whether you have a spine or if you're going to be a pushover who tolerates disrespect to keep her around. Here's the thing, this testing never stops. If you fail the first test by not enforcing your boundary, she'll escalate. The disrespect gets worse because you've shown her that your boundaries are negotiable. And counterintuitively, when you fail these tests, she loses attraction to you. Even though she's the one creating the situation, she loses respect for men who don't have standards. Women are attracted to men with strong frames. Men who know their value and won't tolerate being treated poorly, even by someone they're attracted to. The correct response to boundary testing is calm, non-emotional enforcement. You don't get angry. You don't explain yourself excessively. You don't apologize when you've done nothing wrong. You simply make it clear that the behavior isn't acceptable, and if it continues, you walk. If she's constantly testing you early on, it means she's either deeply insecure or she's looking for someone she can control. Either way, it's not the foundation of a healthy relationship. Red flag number 7, financial manipulation or gold-digging behavior. Red flag number 7, financial manipulation or gold-digging behavior. Now, there's nothing wrong with a woman who wants a man with ambition and resources. That's normal, healthy even. We're talking about something different here. We're talking about women who are constantly hinting about expensive gifts, always expecting you to pay for everything, testing your generosity by seeing how much they can get you to spend. Or the more subtle version, she's very interested in your career, your car, your living situation, but not much interested in your character, your values, or your personality. Here's the test. If you took away your money, your status symbols, your ability to provide material things, would she still be interested? If the answer is anything other than a clear yes, you're not in a relationship, you're in a transaction. And here's what men don't realize. Even if you have the money, even if you can afford to be the provider, a relationship built on financial transactions has a very specific dynamic. You're not her partner, you're her resource. The moment a better resource comes along, or the moment you can't provide at the level she's accustomed to, the relationship ends. Real relationships are built on mutual respect, shared values, and genuine attraction to who you are as a person, not what you can do for her materially. If her interest level is directly proportional to how much you spend, you're being used. Why men ignore these signs plus solution framework. Now here's the hard truth. You probably saw some of these red flags in someone you dated or are currently dating, and you ignored them. I don't say that to make you feel bad. I've done it too. We all have. So let's talk about why. It's not stupidity, it's biology. When you're physically attracted to a woman, your brain releases dopamine and oxytocin, the same chemicals involved in addiction. These chemicals literally impair your judgment. You're not thinking clearly. Add in sexual chemistry and you'll rationalize almost anything. You'll tell yourself she's just had a rough past, she'll change when she sees how good you are. She's just testing you, she's been hurt before. But here's what you need to understand. Chemistry is not compatibility. Attraction is not character. The solution is simple, but not easy. You need standards that you refuse to compromise, regardless of how attracted you are. Before you even start dating, write down your non-negotiables, the behaviors you absolutely will not tolerate. And when you see those behaviors, you walk. No exceptions. Not because you're being harsh, but because you value yourself enough to not accept toxic patterns just because someone is attractive. The right woman won't trigger these red flags. The right relationship won't require you to ignore your gut instinct. The right partner will make you feel safe, respected, and valued, not anxious, confused, and constantly on edge. These red flags aren't just warnings, they're information. Use them. If this video opened your eyes or confirmed something you've been feeling, I want you to watch this video next. Point to end screen, where I break down the 5 psychological triggers that make women genuinely attracted to you. It has nothing to do with looks or money and everything to do with understanding female psychology. And make sure you're subscribed because next week I'm exposing the biggest mistakes men make in the first 30 days of dating that kill attraction before it even starts. I'll see you in the next one.